Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my review for Netflix's original animated series Castlevania Season 2. Calling this Season 2 is a bit of a stretch though, as the first season only had 4 episodes and this season only has 8 episodes. The first 4 episodes actually did cover a lot of ground, but I won't spoil anything in Season 2. However, if you haven't seen the first 4 episodes or Season 1, then please be aware there will be minor spoilers of the first season coming up. In case you are new to the Castlevania universe, it is actually inspired by the classic video game series of the same name. The basic premise of the animation has kind of stayed the same to the games, although the bulk of the story comes from the Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse game. It is a dark medieval fantasy story and follows the surviving member of a disgraced clan, the Belmont clan. Trevor is that character who is a hunter of all things vamp, even the sparkly ones. Trevor is trying to save Eastern Europe from Dracula's vengeance because, as we saw in Season 1, some pesky priests killed Dracula's human wife and now he is done with the whole human race entirely, mostly. At the end of Season 1, we saw Trevor, voiced by Richard Armitage, who is Thorin Oakenshield in the Hobbit movies.
Thorin Oakenshield.
We saw him team up with Dracula's son, Alucard, who is voiced by James Callis, who you'll best know probably from his work in Battlestar Galactica as Gaius Baltar.
Very funny.
Alucard is a half-human, half-vampire. And then to round off the teams, Cipher is voiced by Alejandra Reynoso, who mostly does voice work.
Oh my God.
Cipher was another of the characters from the third game. Interestingly, the characters in the animation have been created with the same color scheme as they had in Dracula's Curse, which is a great nod for the fans of the game series. So in Season 2 we see Trevor, Alucard and Cipher try to come up with a plan to stop Dracula and his forces from wiping humanity off the face of the earth. I should say I've seen 6 of the 8 episodes available thanks to Netflix. This is what they were giving out to reviewers and press. As far as I can tell, Netflix and the animators and the creators of this Castlevania series have gotten everything right. The story doesn't just follow our heroes, of those who we think are our heroes, but it takes its time to develop characters on many sides of the whole arc. For example, Dracula has 2 human men that are loyal to him. The story delves back into their past and we find out why they are loyal to him. We see more of Dracula's wife and their story, and it doesn't just develop the hero's story, which some films and series do, which can leave a bad taste in your mouth because it feels like you're being spoon-fed.
There is no spoon.
These are the bad guys and that's that and you don't need to know why. Instead, it really takes its time to develop back characters' stories. This series takes its time on its characters. It takes its time on the arc and the characters behind the scenes, which is really great. And then there's the animation. I've been told by people in the know and smarter than I am that the animation has a mixture of frame rate ranging from 12 to 60. The dialogue scenes at times have considerably less frames, but when the fighting kicks off you can see how much detail, never mind the frames, that they've put into it. It's seriously stunning. Berserk is apparently one of the main animated series that has influenced the series' art direction, and you can see that. Also Hammer horror movies for the gore. The creators have pulled inspiration from many genres, from anime to horror, but somehow have still managed to keep the Castlevania series true to its roots. If you're a die-hard fan, you should look out for Easter eggs that they have planted in Season 2. They did this for Season 1 and have done the same for Season 2, which is really cool. The score is another quiver in the cap of this already great series, well, in my opinion. Trevor Morris, who worked on titles like Dragon Age Inquisition and many more, has brought his incredible skills to create the tone that they were going for. It harks back to the original game scores, which is another nod to fans and the creators of the game, and I thought it just fitted in so well. I really enjoyed watching this series. The animation, characters, the score, every part of this series has been put together well. My only gripe is that there isn't any more of it, considering how long we had to wait for this next 8. I can't help but wonder how long we'll have to wait for the next 8. In these 8 episodes, I was really taken back about how everything was pulled in together to create a really wonderful story arc. From the music, from the actors, from the voice actors, from the animation, from the fight sequences to being brave to what they're doing in the fight sequences. Everything is pulled together to create a really wonderful visual feast for your eyes. And I think that if you're a Castlevania fan, you're really going to love what they've done with it. But on the other side, if you have no idea about Castlevania but you just love anime or animated styles, you're really going to love this, because you can see how much time and effort they've put into this series. Every frame feels like they've put like all their love and attention into this, and I could feel that while watching the episodes, because I was riveted. So not only is the story great, but the characters are really well developed, and I thought, wow, I can't wait to see the last two. I haven't seen those last two, as I said, but I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do in the future, and I probably will go back and watch it again from the beginning, because it feels like it was a story that you could have watched in entirety or just in a long film. I know it was originally meant to be a DVD, and then Netflix bought the rights, so now we're getting it in an episodic nature. I think it works this way because we know that we'll get more. So where the film would have given us one story, Netflix will probably keep giving us more series and more stories as the creators and writers continue to give us more and write more. It's really worth your time. I'm giving Castlevania an A+. Hopefully you enjoyed my musings on Castlevania Season 2. If you liked my review, please chat to me in the comments below. I do love chatting to you. It's what makes my reviews worth putting the time and effort into. Please subscribe and hit that bell for more reviews like this. And remember, live long and Tuesday.